think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying. And it's not good for anyone. And it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever. People got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very different.
It's pretty ironic. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and the rest of the View panel often accuse Republicans of being conspiracy theorists, yet they've repeatedly been wrong about their own claims over the past few years. Take Whoopi's latest remarks, for example. She insists she's not offering a fake apology, but frustration is evident in her tone. She claims her words were misunderstood and insists it's a problem for everyone, especially marginalized community. This isn't good for anyone. It hurts those struggling the most. It puts women in a position where they're silent, afraid to speak out, or even punished for their opinions. The backlash has been intense. Whoopi admits she's been flooded with angry messages from people who feel deeply offended, and from the looks of it, that outrage isn't dying down anytime soon.
You don't have anything to say. Mm-hmm. You blab. You just go on and 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 on. Mm-hmm.
The courtroom is silent. The tension is. Whoopi Goldberg sits blinking rapidly, gripping the edge of the table as if it might stop the world from spinning around her. But this time, she's not dishing out snarky one-liners from behind the View's desk. No, she's the one in the hot seat. And the reason Karoline, the bold, unapologetic conservative powerhouse, just did the unthinkable. She dragged Whoopi to, forcing her to answer for everything. And trust me, the receipts, they were what started as a typical View take, a round table, co-hosts tossing thinly veiled jabs, has erupted into a full-blown legal storm. And now, the cracks are shown. The confident TV host, replaced by a stunned silence. But before we break down this courtroom chaos step by step, do yourself a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe, because this scandal, it's one Hollywood won't forget anytime soon. It all began the way it always does. Co-hosts circling their latest target under the guise of conversation. This time, it was Karoline Leavitt. The moment she took the snide remarks started. Joy Behar took a reducing Karoline's political success to nothing more than her look. Whoopi stepped, and that's when everything changed.
Stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time.
These women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right. ABC should.
Then came Whoopi's jab, calling Karoline's success nothing more than a product of woke, and of course, Sunny Hostin jumped, dismissing her career as just another case of white privilege. Laughter erupted. The audience. But Karoline? She stayed calm, collected her thoughts, and days later, she dropped a legal bombshell that sent shockwaves through most public figures clapped back with social media not care. She did her offhand. She gathered, backed by a powerhouse legal. She filed a defamation lawsuit so massive it made national head $800 million. Let that sink. The lawsuit didn't just target Whoopi Goldberg. It named Behar, Sunny Hostin, and even ABC. The accusation, character assassination, targeted a media machine designed to silence conservative voices. And here's the Karoline wasn't just making a she was setting up. Her legal team released a bold declaration. This isn't about politics, it's about accountability. No woman should be publicly torn apart just for holding a different opinion. The battle lines were drawn, and it had never seen anything like this before.
Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage.
Just like that, this wasn't just a lawsuit anymore. It was an all-out war. Fast forward to this week. Inside the courtroom, Whoopi Goldberg arrives, sunglasses on, face unreadable. But by the time Karoline's legal team is done laying out their case, the cracks start to show. Eyewitnesses describe a stunning shift. Whoopi, once unshakable, visibly trembling as damning video evidence plays. Clip after clip, the courtroom watches as she mocks Karoline's intelligence, appearance, even her accent. Then, the real bombshells drop. Internal emails, call logs, producer messages revealing the ugly truth. They knew these moments would provoke a reaction, and they let the cameras roll anyway. The weight of it all hits hard. At one point, Whoopi reportedly leans in to whisper to her attorney. Then, she buries her face in her hands. During a recess, she wipes away tears. The transformation is jaw-dropping, from the fearless TV icon to a defendant on the verge of breaking. And Karoline, she doesn't gloat, she doesn't smirk, she sits there. But her message, it's louder than words.
Likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him, they have shamed him, they have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
Karoline didn't just bring receipts. She brought the whole ledger. Her team compiled months of footage, transcribed key moments, and even uncovered internal show notes that suggest she was deliberately targeted. One leaked document allegedly urged producers to play up Karoline's inexperience and put her on the defensive right from the start. Legal experts in the courtroom were floored. This wasn't just hard. It looked like a calculated takedown. When pressed about these notes, Whoopi reportedly brushed it off, claiming she wasn't aware of every production decision. Karoline's lawyer didn't hold back. Ignorance isn't a defense when you're speaking to millions. The statement hit hard. Gasps filled the room. Whoopi looked visibly rattled. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, ABC is scrambling. Executives are reviewing Whoopi's contract, assessing legal risks, and even questioning whether the show can survive this storm. Insiders say advertisers are quietly pulling. Viewership is slipping, and ABC's PR team, silent. Whoopi, once untouchable, is now a liability. And whispers inside the network suggest they're not just considering her exit, they might be preparing to shut down the entire show. Because if Karoline wins, the precedent it sets could shake the industry to its core.
Raised a few eyebrows using the Bible to support the idea of kids getting gender change surgeries. Take a look.
This is a party that says we believe in parents' rights. You're telling me that as a parent, I'm not smart enough to decide if my child and I need to have gender affirming. Our doctors are not involved. What is going? So I can't decide what my kid reads. I can't decide. For my child, what my child says is going on. You're telling me your beliefs, and they keep saying it, and I keep saying, what Bible are you reading? Because God was really clear.
Very clear.
I would say this is a new low for The View, but it isn't. They've gone way lower before. It's certainly on brand for The View.
Karoline Leavitt is proving to be unshakable. Her poised, fact-driven approach in court has won her widespread respect, turning her into an unexpected symbol of resilience. Social media is rallying behind hashtags like #Justice for Karoline and media accountability are taking over. Even past critics are now applauding her for challenging a powerhouse that many believe has operated unchecked for years. She's not looking for sympathy.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
If the court rules in Karoline's favor, the consequences for Whoopi could be. She might be forced to publicly apologize, pay millions in damages, and possibly even step away from the future of the show itself is now uncertain. But there's a big